Welcome back to Decoding AI for You, the 5-minute deep dive. I want to start with a question that might sound like science fiction. Can a computer write a story or paint a picture from scratch? Well, with generative AI, the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, I could ask an AI right now to draw a two-headed dog flying a spaceship, and within seconds, it would create that exact image for me. What we're seeing isn't just a cool tech demo, it's a fundamental shift in how we think about creativity and productivity. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what generative AI can do and how it's already transforming businesses around the world. Some key statistics to consider. As of 2025, ChatGPT alone has 521 million monthly users. The generative AI market is projected to reach $1 trillion by 2034. 78% of global companies are now using AI in their business. Let me start with a simple definition. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content, whether that's text, images, code, or even music, when you give it a prompt or question. Some key points to keep in mind. 1. Difference from traditional AI. Unlike traditional AI that just analyzes data, generative AI actually produces something new. 2. Accessibility. Tools like ChatGPT for text and images have made this technology available to everyone, not just tech experts. 3. Scale of adoption. ChatGPT reached 400 million weekly users by February 2025. That's faster adoption than any technology in history. Why should business leaders care? Because generative AI can draft emails, create marketing copy, design prototypes, and generate code, all in a fraction of the time it would take humans. We're talking about productivity gains that can fundamentally change how work gets done. But how exactly does this technology work? Let me give you a simple explanation without getting too technical. Think of generative AI like an incredibly well-read apprentice. This apprentice has studied millions of examples, whether that's books, articles, images, or pieces of code. After learning all these patterns, it can now create something new that follows those same patterns. Some of the key concepts to keep in mind. 1. Pattern recognition. The AI doesn't actually understand like humans do. Instead, it recognizes patterns and predicts what should come next. 2. Training process. It's trained on massive amounts of data. We're talking about most of the text on the internet, millions of images, and countless examples of code. 3. Creation process. When you give it a prompt, it uses those learned patterns to generate new content that statistically looks right based on what it learned. Here's something crucial to understand. AI isn't truly creative like humans. It's more like a very sophisticated remix artist, taking patterns it learned and combining them in new ways. For instance, if I ask ChatGPT to write a product description for a new type of coffee, it draws on thousands of coffee descriptions it's seen to create something that sounds compelling and original, even though it's really remixing patterns from its training. Now let's look at the most familiar application of this technology: text generation. Text generation is where most people first encounter generative AI, and for good reason. It's incredibly powerful and immediately useful. Key capabilities of this technology include 1. Versatility. AI can write anything: emails, reports, creative content, technical documentation, even poetry. 2. Speed. What might take a human 30 minutes to draft, AI can do in 30 seconds. 3. Consistency. It maintains tone and style consistently across large volumes of content. Some of the business applications. Marketing teams use it to generate multiple versions of ad copy for A/B testing. Customer service teams use it to draft personalized responses. Executives use it to create first drafts of presentations and reports. Market leaders in this space are: ChatGPT dominates with 75% market share in AI tools. Google's Gemini and Anthropic's Claude are also major players. 92% of Fortune 500 companies are already using ChatGPT. But generative AI isn't limited to text. It's also creating stunning visual content. Imagine needing a graphic of a cat driving a car for a presentation. Instead of hiring a designer or searching stock photos, you could just type that description and have a custom image in seconds. But it's not just static images. AI can now create video. Tools like Sora and Veo can generate short video clips. Music. Platforms like Suno can compose original songs. Voice. 11 Labs can clone voices or create new ones. For businesses, this means rapid prototyping, quick marketing visuals, and the ability to create content without extensive design teams. A startup can now have professional-looking graphics and videos without a huge budget. Let's look at how all these capabilities translate into real business value. Here's where generative AI moves from cool technology to serious business value. Let me walk you through the key areas where companies are seeing real ROI. Let's begin with content creation, where marketing teams are using AI to generate blog posts and articles, social media content, product descriptions, email campaigns. The result? Content creation that's 5 to 10 times faster with consistent quality. Next is customer service. We have seen cases where AI chatbots can handle 80% of routine customer inquiries. Average response time reduced from hours to seconds. Customer satisfaction improved due to 24/7 availability. Developers are using tools like GitHub Copilot to generate code from comments, debug existing code, learn new programming languages. Productivity gains of 30 to 50% are common. And finally, research analysis. AI can analyze thousands of documents in minutes, generate executive summaries of complex reports, identify trends in customer feedback. The impact is that 71% of companies have implemented generative AI in at least one business function. 95% of small businesses using AI for customer service report improved response quality. But before you rush to implement AI everywhere, there are important limitations you need to understand. As powerful as generative AI is, it's not perfect, and understanding its limitations is crucial for successful implementation. The first key limitation is hallucinations. AI can confidently generate information that's completely false. For example, it might cite research papers that don't exist, or provide statistics that are made up. The second key limitation is training data cutoffs. Most AI models are trained on data up to a certain point. They don't know about recent events or changes in your industry. The third key limitation is bias. AI systems can perpetuate biases present in their training data, potentially creating content that's unfair or discriminatory. The final key limitation is security concerns. Sharing sensitive company data with AI tools can create privacy and intellectual property risks. To address these limitations, we recommend the following best practices. First, always review. That is, never publish AI-generated content without human review. Second, verify facts. Double-check any statistics, claims, or citations. Next, protect sensitive data. Don't input confidential information into public AI tools. Fourth is to maintain human oversight. Use AI as an assistant, not a replacement for human judgment. Finally, stay transparent. Be clear with customers when AI has been used. The companies succeeding with AI follow this principle. AI augments human capabilities. It doesn't replace human judgment. Let me wrap up with the key takeaways and next steps. Let's recap what we've covered today. Generative AI creates new content from prompts. It's like having a creative assistant available 24/7. It works by learning patterns from massive datasets and applying them to generate new content. It can write text, create images, generate code, and produce other media types. The business value includes dramatically faster content creation, improved customer service, and enhanced productivity. Important limits are that is, it can make mistakes, has knowledge cutoffs, and requires human oversight. Here's the bottom line. We're not looking at a future technology. Generative AI is here now and already transforming how work gets done. The question isn't whether to engage with this technology, but how to do it smartly. Think about it this way. You no longer have to start with a blank page. Whether you need a first draft of an email, ideas for a marketing campaign, or a prototype design, AI can give you something to start with in seconds. The most successful professionals and companies are those who learn to work with AI, not against it. They use it to handle routine tasks faster so they can focus on strategy, creativity, and human connection. With the market growing at 44% annually and reaching potentially $1 trillion by 2034, this isn't a trend. It's a fundamental shift in how we work. Here's what I want you to do this week. Try it yourself. Pick one generative AI tool and experiment with it. Use ChatGPT to help draft an email or brainstorm ideas, or use it to create an image for a presentation. Ask AI to help you outline a report or analyze some data. Start simple. Ask ChatGPT to help you rewrite a confusing paragraph. Use it to generate 10 subject lines for an email campaign. Have it create a summary of a long document you need to review. And here's something exciting. What we've covered today, then you may want to watch our next video in this series as we discuss AI in daily business operations. If you're interested in seeing more examples of how AI is used in different industries, check out our more than 100 deep dive videos, which provide real-world examples of how AI is used in various sectors of business, both large and small. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Decoding AI for You.